In this video, it's going to be about how to do your first JavaScript. So I'm assuming that you know a little about HTML, and here is the just the start of it and the HTML head, title, body. So we're going to write our first scripts, and we're going to start off with just the word script, and we're going to close that the same way as you do with HTML. Oops, I've written HTML there. Script, and there we go. And we can write this in the body or in the head. Used to be when we used to write it in the head, but it's all changed. So the first script is we're going to put document.write. I'm going to put parentheses around these, and in between these brackets, see, there's document.write. In between these brackets, I'm going to put speech marks, so just them. And the usual thing is for any programming language is hello world, but we'll put hello universe. So we just go file, we'll save that as our first script. I'll just put it in a folder called JavaScript, but you can do whatever you want. And we're just going to put that and see what it looks like. The default browser on here is Opera. So here we are, hello universe, so that's worked. And we'll just do it on some other browser. And we'll try this on Firefox. So there you go, hello universe. So that can be your first script. Another good ones to learn straight away is alert boxes. Alert, parenthesis, semicolon, and speech marks again. And we put hi there, how are you? And here we go. See, just zoom in there. So alert, hi there, how are you? And that's another way to start us off. And it's actually, as you learn JavaScript, alert boxes are good for debugging as well. So we just put file, save, and we'll see how that works. And that's Opera. There's your JavaScript alert. Hi there, how are you? And hello universe is still there. So we'll just try that out on Internet Explorer as well. And this allow blocked content. There you are. Hi there, how are you? And hello universe. So that's all worked, and there's others. That's a good starting point. And is confirm. These are confirm boxes where you see OK or cancel. And we just again put speech marks in there, and we'll say, what would you like to do? Then we just put file, save, and again test it out there. So there's hi there, how are you? And there's our new one. What would you like to do? And then you have OK or cancel. You've seen these boxes, I'm sure, many times before, and we just cancel that one. Knock down Opera, and we go to Google Chrome. Hi there, how are you? And what would you like to do? And again, we'll just click cancel. And so they're good ones to get you going. And another one is prompt. And again, the parentheses, semicolon, and we put in the speech marks. You can either put them in like that, or you can put them in with just one speech mark, as in the ones there at the like the confirm, just the one little speech mark thing. And these ones have them two. It doesn't really matter. So we put the can I prompt you? Prompt you. And we just put file, save. You can use any text editor you want, or HTML editor. Tools, and I'll go for Firefox this time. And there, hiya there, how are you? What would you like to do? Cancel. And can I prompt you? And then you can write whatever you want really, and then OK or cancel. So there's a good ways to getting off with your JavaScript, and you can also put these, just cut this and put them in the head. And we just go paste, and it'll be exactly the same as what you've just done. There we go. With tools, hi there, how are you? What would you like to do? Can I prompt you? Okay. So they're just to get you going. And the next video I hope to do about variables and how we work with them in JavaScript. But I hope you've learned something from that. Of course, this is just for beginners, but it can give you confidence when you can do stuff like that from the get-go. So basically, this video is going to be about variables, but there's just one thing I would like to discuss very briefly is about comments. So if you comment in JavaScript, so if we take this document.write there, we just put the / and another one. So what that's going to do is it's going to take out that line, but it's going to leave the alert, confirm, and prompt. So if we just try that here. So there's no document write, which would be on the left hand side, and so we have that and the prompt. So how to get rid of all that is just to put the / and what I call a wildcard there, and at the bottom as well you put the wildcard and the / So that is what really you do if you want all your comments out in JavaScript. And if we look at this, there'll be nothing on the browser. So we preview that in Chrome and there's nothing there. So that's how you do it, and how you just get it back. You just delete the asterisk thing and the / and you get it all back. Okay, so there you have everything there. So what we're going to really do about this one is going to be about the variables. So just pop this one. We're just going to put this down at the bottom of the page and just do that. There we go. So we could just do another page, but this is just going to go down under the HTML. So we just go cut and body, and that's gone for now. So what are variables? Well, we're just going to put in the script again. So we put in script, and of course the / which ends the script, just like HTML. So in between that, and this is in the head, we can also do it in the body like I discussed the last time. The title for this, I'm going to put variable script. Variable script. So variables are basically whatever you want them to be. So here's an example. We could put vary. A lot of programmers put this word var as for variable, and we could put anything you want. So it's apple equals a string, which is basically text. You know, it tastes very nice. So there we go on that one. And then you could have another variable, vary pi equals, yes it does. Yes it does. Okay, so they're variables. The thing with this is that you don't need the var word, so it would still work without it, but that's basically what most people do, and it's probably more correct doing that. So how to get that in JavaScript? Well, if you just did that, you would you'd have nothing on the screen, as you can see. But what we did, as we did in the last lesson, is put something like alert, and we put in that, and what we do there is we grab. We don't have to put the word var in, but we can put apple in. So we put apple in, and here we are. This should say it tastes very nice. It tastes very nice, as you can see there. And that's how it all works. So what we don't need the quotation marks as as I showed in the last one, because that wasn't variables, that was just what it was. But the apple is the variable, and that just makes it so it's just what it's just doing is applying it tastes very nice. So if we add that and say just by the plus, as you can see there, and pi. So what we should have there is apple plus pi, and we just preview that. It tastes very nice, and yes, it does. So basically, that is how we do that. And if we go in and we do document.write, right, there we go. It tastes very nice. Yes, it does. So basically, that's what variables are. And we're just going to put another one in. We're going to just change that, and we're going to put the number 5. So we're going to put the number 5, and then the pi one, we're going to put number 4. Oops. I'll just come out of that because that's actually my screenshot number. So we'll put 3. So document dot write. So what we're going to do is we're going to put, as we're just going to leave it there, apple plus pi. So which should come up is 8. And there we have in the corner, that's it. So that's basically a program, really. It's additional, it's logic, and if you times that and you did it by that, so you'd have 15. There we go in the corner. So we have 15. So that's basically, and this is just very, very quick maths in this, and that's basically what what you do with variables. There's all sorts you can do with them, really, but that's just a very, very basic of how you get them. So I hope you've learned something, and the next lesson we're going to discuss functions, and we're going to actually go into a little bit of DHTML with using CSS, but it's going to be all very simple. But I hope you've enjoyed that. Now I'm going to talk about functions on this one. So what we're going to do, this is just a normal HTML document, and I've put the script tags in there. So I'm putting this one in the head. You can put this wherever you want, in the head or the body. So we're going to put the name function, and I'm going to put my first. So this is what you do. You put the function my first, which is the name of the function, and we do this with parentheses, bracket things. And then we put this with curly brackets to open that and close the function. So what we do is we're going to do that, and I'm going to put, if you've followed my other videos, I'm going to put an alert, and I'm going to put this, and we're seeing hello world again. Just the quotation marks in. Hello world. So what that is going to do, it's going to, when it's the function's going to be called, it's going to become up alert hello world. So in between the body here, we're going to have a div tag, and if you know anything about HTML, that's all it is. It's just normal HTML div, and then we do that, and I'm going to put I am a function. And so what we're going to also do is we're going to name this div. So we're going to go ID equals fun, like that. So we're going to put, we're going to do something with that later. And we're also going to put an event, or what's called event in programming languages. An event in JavaScript can be on blur, on focus, on key down, and a few others. But this one we're going to use on click. And this is a very popular one, and you do it all the time, even if you don't know what it's called. So what we're going to do, we're going to go on click equals, and it has to correspond with my first. It has to correspond with my first and parentheses brackets. So my first and the brackets. So what that does is it calls the function. If the function didn't have something to call it, it wouldn't work at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to call that, and I am a function is going to be changed to alert hello world. So if we just put that up, and we're going to click that, there we go, hello world. And that's what we do for that. If we just take these ones down here, so we have some space at the top, and we're going to do a little bit more with this div. So other things, I mean, you could have what I've already shown in other ones, document.write, which if you follow the other videos, you probably be, it's an easy thing to call. But what else we're going to do with this is we're going to call div get element by ID. And this is something that is very popular now in JavaScript, and it has been for a number of years. So what we do is we go document dot get element. So what we're doing there, the element is the div, but by ID. So the ID is equals fun. So we're just going to put in that there. Just get rid of this hello world thing in the moment. And the ID fun, so we put that is quotation marks, and we put fun. So we call on that by the ID, and we put you can put a lot of different things. There's things like styles you can do, and lots of different things, changing the background and changing the font color and displaying different things. But we're going to just put in inner HTML equals, and we're just going to put hello world. So we put that with quotations, and we're going to put hello world. So if we just load that up and see what there's there. I am a function hello world. So that's just a few different ways on how to use functions. You can do something like on mouse over, and we just do that. We'll just hover our mouse over that. There you go. Do that again. Just try that one again. I am a function hello world. And there's many different things about events, but on click, on mouse over, two of the probably most popular. And so anyway, I hope you've learned something from that. This video is going to be about beginning of loops and how to do them to get you started and the basics of them. So there's three types of loop in JavaScript, and I've prepared these documents first. There's the while loop, as you can see there. There's the for loop, which is the far most used one in JavaScript, and there's the do while loop. So we'll get started with the while loop, and as you can put, I've said in previous videos about you can put script tags in the body and the head. So we'll start with the head, and we just put in a variable which is going to be I, and we're going to go equals nothing and a semicolon. So this is the syntax of a while loop, or any loop has to have a beginning, and often in programming it's either I or J that we start off with for some reason. So anyway, the keyword for this is while, and what we do is we put parenthesis, and then we put curly brackets. And so what that's saying is vary I equals nothing while something is doing something. So which is, in this case, I'm going to put it at I is less than 7. So what we're going to try and do is get numbers from none to 6. And we're going to do this by that, and what we do is we increment that by I plus plus. So that's saying I equals nothing, less than 7, which is 6, and that's going to go up in ones. So we're going to put this in as document. You can put this in as anything you want. I'm going to introduce an ln here, so that's document.write ln. So what this does, it spaces the numbers out, or the figures out, and we just put I in there. So we'll just load that up and preview it, and there you go. So that's what we need, and that is the basics of the while loop. If you took that ln out of there, you would have it two close together like that. So we just put the L in there, and that looks better. So basically, that's all that's really going on in there. You start off with a number which is I equals nothing, and then less than 7, or you can have it equals to 7 with just the equals sign. But you can really play around with these in practice, and the I++ is just the incrementation. So we'll save this one, and now we'll go to the one that's mostly used in JavaScript. And we'll start off with the keyword for, and we're going to say, and then there's parenthesis. So again, we're going to say is vary, say j, you can use any variable you wish, equals say 1, semicolon, j is less than 8, semicolon, j plus plus. So basically it's quite similar to the while loop, really, is that you have to start off with something. In this case it's equals, j is equal to 1, j is less than 7, which is where you go to, and it increments by the plus plus, which of course is 1 as well by default. What we do here is we do the curly brackets, and in between the curly brackets all we have to do is we call the loop with document dot write, and again I'm going to use ln and parenthesis, semicolon, and we just put in a j. You don't need any speech marks in these, and there we go. We have the, so this is your while loop, and that's your for loop. So using that ln is it's quite important. It makes everything look better. And so that's basically all you have to do. Is when you're doing loops, you start off with something, you go to something, and then you increment it. That is the basics of that. And we just save that one. And now to the do while loop. And I hate these, I really do. So we're going to start off with vary x equals 1, semicolon. Now we're going to put in do, and we're also going to put in curly brackets. So this is going to be a totally different way of working than normal. So you just put in, what we're going to put in is x is less than 5 on this one. No, we're not. We're going to put x plus plus, and this is the syntax for the do while loop. So we're having two keywords here. We've got the do as the one keyword, and we've also got the while. So we're going to put this in. I'm going to put document dot write ln parenthesis semicolon, and I'm going to put the x in. And these are quite difficult to explain, I think, with do while loops. I usually stay away with them, or stay away from them, should I say. And outside the curly brackets, as you can see, we're going to put while, and we're going to put while x is actually less than 10. So this is a total different syntax to what we've come before. So it starts off as normal at the top there, vary x equals 1 or none or whatever you want. Then there's the do keyword, and you need the curly brackets, and you need, in this case, x plus plus. I'll just put that. Whatever your variable is, you just put the plus plus inside the curly brackets, and you write the document.write or the alert, or however you want to call that. But the while goes outside of the curly brackets, and that is something is doing whatever's in the curly brackets while x is 10. And it is a very difficult thing to explain. But anyway, I'll just preview this to show you. So there you are. That is how it works. But personally, I keep away from them, and I only use for loops or while loops. So any questions or anything you've got, you might have on these do while ones, I'll be only too happy to answer them for you. So the last part of this little course is going to be about control flow, and we do this by something called if-else statements. And I think they appear in every programming languages, and JavaScript's no different. So how we do that is, for example, variable a equals, I'm going to put names. So I'm just going to put something like David for that, David. Okay, semicolon, and then we put something called if. Okay, so we need parenthesis, and we're going to put curly brackets. Curly brackets is good practice in this, but it would still work without them. So what we're going to put is if, I'll just zoom in there so you can see what I'm doing. If a equals, and it's double equals on this, Bob, which of course is not the name, Bob. Okay, we're going to put in document.write, document.write, and again parenthesis, semicolon, and we're going to put in my name is Bob. Okay, my name is Bob. So we're going to come out of there so I can show you that that's not going to make any difference at all. So we just save this file, save. I've got this on the desktop, and here we have David at some colon. Okay, so nothing will be written because the name's not Bob, it's David. Okay, so what we can do here is we can use else, okay, and curly brackets for that. You have to use curly brackets for the else. If in itself you don't, but it is definitely good practice too. Okay, so we could say if, for example, else my name is David. Okay, so document dot write parenthesis semicolon speech marks my name is David. So what that's doing is it's going to bypass the if a equals Bob, because it's not that and it's actually David. So that means if that is true, the name's Bob, else it's going to be David, which is going to be David because the Bob is a false. So it's basically something called bowline, which basically means true or false. So if we do this again, there you go, my name is David. But you could put in something, we're going to put else if statements, else if, and again you need your parenthesis on this, else if a equals say Nigel. Okay, my name, we're going to put in my name is Nigel. All right, so and then we put else, and we're going to put in again the curly brackets. So we're going to put in else document dot write semicolon my name is David. My name is David. Okay, so what we're going to do there, if you can see all that code there, it's quite easy. This it's just it's if something is true, if it's not, it's else if, and the bottom one would be else. So if both if and else if are not true, then the else comes into play. You can do this for things. A great thing for if else statements is when you're doing things like calendars and apps like that. They do come into their own. Games like Hangman as well, that can benefit from if else statements, and it is a building block for all this stuff. So anyway, go File, Save, and this will come up again. Refresh that as David. Okay, but if we put that variable as, for example, Nigel. Okay, so there, that will go to the else if equals Bob is wrong, and so is else, because that's just the last one there, and we know that the else if is the statement here, and this would just be go to Nigel. Okay, so, and you could replace that with Bob, and that would then just be if equals Bob. That's my name, and that's all there really is to it. Just refresh that. There you go. My name is Bob. So I hope you've learned a little bit in this little course that I've done. When you see things from people that you can do JavaScript in 15 minutes and you can do it in an hour, and people I think are swayed by that they can be really good at JavaScript in an hour. You can't be good at JavaScript and anything like that. It takes time, it takes experience. But these are the building blocks, the loops, the variables, the else if statements, and how to get something on the page like alerts, document.write, confirm prompts, all that type of thing. It's all very important in JavaScript. So thanks for watching, and thanks for listening again.